Hello friends, in this video we will discuss IJK unit vector notations. I is the unit vector along x-axis and j is the unit vector along y-axis and k is the unit vector along z-axis. We read I as a I cap, this is read as cap or hat. So I cap or I hat, j cap or j hat, the same way k cap or k hat. So sometimes vectors are represented in the form of ijk unit vectors to simplify calculation. Suppose there is a vector A which is represented as 3i cap and 4j cap. So here 3 is the coefficient of unit vector I and it is x component of vector A. Same way 4 is the coefficient of unit vector j and it is actually y component of vector A. X component means ax and y component means ay. So we simply can write vector A as A equals ax I cap plus ay j cap. So if you are given any vector A in this ijk form and asked to find magnitude and direction of this vector A, then you can use the Pythagoras theorem to find the magnitude and trigonometric function tan to find the direction of this vector A. Let me show you how. So let's take this example. A equals to 3i plus 4j is given. So you know ax is actually the coefficient of I, which is 3, and ay is actually the coefficient of j, which is 4 here. So these two things are given. So for the magnitude we can use Pythagoras theorem. Magnitude of vector A, which is also called as mod A, we can use ax to the whole square plus ay to the whole square. So this will give us 5. So magnitude of vector A is 5, and for the direction we need to find the angle theta. So it would be like tan inverse ay over ax. This is the formula. So it's something like this. If suppose vector A is here and its angle from the horizontal would be theta, this would be ay and this would be ax. So it's like tan inverse 4 over 3, that equals 53 degree. So magnitude of vector A is 5 and it is at the angle of 53 degree from the horizontal. So suppose you are given a vector A which is A equals 25 and it is at the angle of 30 degree from the horizontal, and you have to write this vector A in the ijk form. So for that we need to find the x and y component of this vector A. Means this would be the ax and this would be the ay. So first we need to find the ax and ay. Ax equals to a cos theta, that means 25 cos 30 degree, that equals 21.65, and then we will find the y component or ay, that equals a sin theta, that equals 25 sin 30 degree, that equals 12.5. So we got ax and ay, and then we can write the vector A like this: ax I cap plus ay j cap. So x component is 21.65 I cap plus 12.5 j cap. So this is the ijk form of vector. Sometimes we also write it like this, x comma y form. So here we have to put x component and y component. So it would be like this: 21.65 comma 12.5. So simply we have to find the x and y components and plug in the values here. So suppose there is a three-dimensional vector B. So this vector is actually B, and B equals 3i cap plus 4j cap minus 5k. Here is an extra term which is k. K is actually third dimension which is along the z-axis. In 3 dimension we write the vector is like bx, which is the x component of vector B, bx I cap plus by j cap. By is the y component of vector B plus bz k cap, and bz is the z component of vector B. So it will be like this in the figure. This is our by, bx, and the vertical component is the bz. So here 3 is actually bx and 4, which is the coefficient of j, is by, and minus 5 is actually bz. So using these coefficients we can find the magnitude of vector B, which is called as mod B, and it equals bx to the whole square plus by to the whole square plus bz to the whole square. So it would be like this: 3 to the whole square plus 4 to the whole square plus minus 5 to the whole square. So this will give us root 50 or 25 root 2. So this is the magnitude of vector b. Let's take an example. So suppose you are given 3 force vectors and you have to find the resultant force vector. It is also called as net force. You can say resultant force vector or net force, both are the same thing. So resultant force vector or the net force vector equals vector f1 plus f vector f2 plus force vector f3. So you have to add up all the 3 force vectors to find the resultant force vector or the net force. So the rule is you can add 3i, 4i and I. Means you can add only I components together or j components together or the k components together. You cannot add I components to j components or j components to k components. So for here we are going to solve it like this. We will arrange all the forces in the order like this. This is our first force and then second force in the same order. Now you can add these vectors easily. So you will add up all the I components and all the j components and all the k components. So net force equal 3 plus 4 plus I, that is 8i cap, minus 5 plus 2 plus 4 equals plus 1j, or simply we can write j cap, plus 7 minus 7 plus 2 equals plus 2k cap. So we got the resultant force vector in the form of ijk. Find the magnitude of net force. We can use the formula x component to the whole square plus y component to the whole square plus z component to the whole square. So it will be like this: 8 square plus 1 square plus 2 square. That will give us 8.3 Newton. Newton is the unit of force as we are finding net force. So unit of the answer would be Newton. I hope you understand this topic so far. In the next video we will discuss dot product or cross product of the vectors. So stay tuned and study more. Don't forget to subscribe, share and like for daily updates. Thank you.